How do you take sharp photos? In this video, I'm going to give you one quick tip that will help you do just that. Don't go away. Hi, I'm Callister for photographersfreedom.com, giving you the time, gear and skills to be the best photographer you can be. Welcome to my channel. This channel is all about photography tutorials, Lightroom and Photoshop tutorials, gear reviews and other photography stuff. So if you like the sound of that, please subscribe and ding that bell so that you get notified of new videos. Let's get into the content. One very simple way that you can get sharper photos is by using your camera's continuous shutter release mode. What this does is it tells your camera to take multiple photos when you press the shutter button instead of just one. How does this help you get sharper photos though? Well, think about it. When you're holding your camera handheld, your arms are always moving. Now that movement is transferring into the camera and it's creating camera shake, which transfers to your photos and robs them of their sharpness. It blurs the edges of things in your photos. It could be ever so slightly, but it still stops your photos from being sharp, and you can't avoid this. So if you're in continuous shooting mode and you're taking multiple shots, you've got more chance of having a sharp one in amongst all of those shots than you would if you're clicking off one at a time. You're also eliminating the movement of actually pressing the shutter button down. As lightly as you feel that you're doing that, it's still creating a movement in the camera, which is eliminated in continuous shutter release mode because you press once and the camera does all the work. So let's have a look at how to put your camera into continuous shutter release mode. All right, now obviously setting continuous shutter release mode is going to be different for your camera. I'm using a Nikon D5200 here for this explanation, so just either consult your camera's manual or Google your camera model and you'll be able to find out how to do it with your camera. For the Nikon D5200, what we do is we press this button up here. That is the shutter release mode button there. So you press that and you'll see on the LCD screen on the back here you have single frame release mode, continuous L, which is continuous low speed, so that will take 3 frames per second, and then you have continuous H or continuous high speed, and that will take 5 frames a second. So that is what you press the OK button to select there. So that is what I set it on. So we press this button here on the top of the camera that has the little rectangles stacked up like little pictures. Push that down. Scroll across with your selector switch here, left or right, wherever you have to go, and select H and click the OK button, and you're good to go. Okay, so now we have our cameras in continuous shutter release mode. Let's head out and we'll take some example shots so that I can show you how using continuous shutter release mode can help you to eliminate camera shake in some shots. All right, so I've come down to the beach and what I'm going to do is take a few handheld shots of this log behind me. I wanted to use a stationary subject because I want any difference in the photos to be because of camera shake and not motion blur, which is where something has moved in the photograph. So I'm going to take a few shots here. I've got my camera set on continuous shutter release mode high speed, so it'll take 5 frames a second. So I will click off about 5 frames and we'll compare the difference back at the computer. Let's get these shots back to the computer and check out the differences. Okay, so I'm back at the computer now and I've imported the photos into Lightroom. I've done no editing to them whatsoever, so they are exactly as they came out of the camera. What I'm going to do is select the first one, Control click to select the next one and click compare view here, and I'm viewing them at 1:1. Always check the sharpness of your photos at 1:1. So I can see already, I'm not sure if you can see this on the video, hopefully you can, but I can already tell that this photo on the right here is slightly sharper than this one on the left. So if I had only taken just this one shot, yes, it's okay, it's still a great photo and I could use it, but if I'm looking for that extra bit of detail, Using continuous shutter mode has really helped me to get a sharper photo here in the second one. And if we check the third photo in the series at the same spot, please Lightroom, this one's sharper than the first one too. I can tell there on that part of the log. Let's have a look at this rock here. Looking at these edges here, these cracks in the rock, I can tell this one here is a bit sharper as well. And then this one here is the fourth one in the series. It's about as sharp as the first one. And then the final one in the series, to me, seems to be a bit sharper than the first. So we'll go back to here. Yeah, I think it's a bit sharper too. So when you're checking for sharpness, obviously you want to choose a part of your photograph that is in focus. Like this front part of the log here is not in focus, so I wouldn't use that to test the sharpness. You want to look at parts of the photo that have crisp focus. So there you go, that is one quick tip on how to take sharp photos. If you would like more tips just like it, hit subscribe and ding that notification bell. I'm Barry Callister for photographersfreedom.com. I will see you in the next video. Until then, get out there, take some wicked shots, and I'll see you soon.